Hey, what's doing? Good afternoon. Thank you for pushing that button and coming here today. We all appreciate it, and my mother appreciates it too. Just want to take off from yesterday, and yesterday we were talking about, I was talking about my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Butler, and that was kind of funny. I got my best friend, Judy Zook, from kindergarten, commented about that, so hi Judy. Anyway, last night after we closed up, I had a meeting for 3 hours about all the different marketing and the strategy and certain things we're doing, and the topic of different things that we were going to talk about. So if it's going to sound a little confusing, we actually realized last night that we're going to have a bunch of little branches. We're going to have our DLNYstory, but we're also going to have a thing called Off the Cuff, which is going to be sort of little tidbits here and there that you're going to get. And that's filling in a little bit about what we did last night. So if we keep it personal, what I wanted to tell you was, many of you don't know, but I was in a bad bike accident 5 years ago, and I got kind of big, and I've been slowly now losing weight, and this suit was finished about 3 months ago, and in that period of time so far I've lost about 12 pounds. What's my reason for telling you? 12 pounds equates to, in a waist, to about 1.25 inches. So 8 pounds is 3/4 of an inch, so yeah, 1.25 inches. And there are certain things that start to happen when a guy loses weight. It's not like you lose weight and it's just in the stomach. So here you'll see that the coat is overlapping pretty good here. But you also lose some weight. You lose it on your shoulders and things like that. And what happens is the sleeves start to get a little bit long. So I purposely kept this suit on so that I can tell you, I'm asked all the time, like, if you had to tell someone one or two things, just do one or two things to your garment when you're losing weight, or you just want an off-the-rack garment just to look a little better. What are the one or two things that are super, super important? So I looked in the mirror earlier, which is really why we're talking about this now. And what I noticed was that the coat started to come off my shoulder a little bit. That's why my shirt sleeves are longer and the coat sleeves. You want to have your sleeves of your jacket the proper length. And what I mean by that is this. If your coat, the suit you bought is not in balance, but your sleeve length is just right, not too many people are going to notice. The flip side, you can have a perfectly tailored suit, and if those coat sleeves are too long, you're going to look like a slob. So make sure that your coat sleeves, from a length perspective, is taken care of. The second thing is with your trousers. You want to make sure with your trousers that what you get right is where you wear your pant to the rise, that you're not letting the pant, as it's starting to droop and the rise starts to go, you don't want that. You want to make sure that you're keeping the rise of your pant proper. And those are the 2 points. One is to make sure your coat sleeves are right on and that the pant, the way it rides on you, is perfect. Other little things that are going to be off won't be as noticeable. And remember, the flip side is if those are off, everything can be perfect and you're screwed. You'll see this little table. We have a trunk show coming up. And on a personal note, I'm pretty anal. And what we're doing is we're actually, what do you call it, Nikki? Like when you practice in a house, you get a house, like you're selling a house or something and you lay what's that?
Staging?
Yes, so we're staging because we know how much room we're going to have, and we're seeing, okay, we're going to have order pads, we're going to have to have some collar samples and things like that. So that's what this is. And the last thing I want to tell you today, ready? Totally keeping it real. This is the tie that I wore today. Why am I telling you that? It's now 5:30, and about an hour and a half ago, my wife called me and said, honey, don't forget we have a party tonight at the Lawrence Country Club. And I said, oh, I did forget about it. So I was wearing this striped tie today. What I did was I took it off and I kept it the same color. I went to an orange, but I did a orange where it's got a really, really tiny, tiny medallion design, but the medallion design is small, so you wouldn't call it a medallion. But the bottom line is I dressed it up a little bit, same suit, same shirt, same pocket square. I just changed the tie. That's it. So you know about sleeve length, you know about I was heavy and I'm losing weight, and so my coats are getting big, but big deal. And we have that trunk show, so we're working on that. And we turned the fan off so you could hear me because it's blasted hot out today. or humid, I should say. And that's it. And we've got some people across the street that just moved in, and I looked over and they're in the window, so I won't look over there because that's kind of weird. And all is well. Big party tonight. All is well in DLNY land until I see you tomorrow. Cheese.